Good morning. Well, it's morning. It could be evening. It could be any time when you're watching this. I don't even know what day it is. It's Thursday. I think it's the 29th today of April 2021. I say this every time I come on. I should really look at the date before I come on, before I start saying what day it is. This week has been awesome. Lots of highs, lots of shadows because of the full moon in Scorpio that we just went through. I think we're pulling out of those energies now. I'm feeling a bit of a shift. I just wanted to talk a little bit about duality and polarities and how important it is to balance those within us. You know, we've been raised in a society that's so uber masculine. That's really repressed femininity for many, many years. And we're coming into an age and a cycle where, we see our children, and it's pretty amazing because kids nowadays can just be who they are. For the most part, it's like there's way less judgment and there's way less fear and constraints for children to be who they are. As adults, we can be who we are too, and we're stepping into our divinity in that way where we're not fearing being judged as much if we're different. We're not feeling, if we're male and we're more feminine, we're not having to put on a face and be that masculine role, that toxic masculine role. And there's nothing wrong with that because it's served us a purpose up to this point in time. And same with feminine. The toxic side of feminine, the lower vibrational side of feminine is very manipulative and very untrusting and very ungrounded, and where we're stepping into a plane where we can really tap in and ground ourselves and tap into our intuition and understand that we're all gifted and light beings and creativity and own our vulnerability and just allow it to pour through us, to release. And so in saying that, we have to really be mindful about melding the masculine and feminine together in all of us, because it is key to having that balanced brain, that balanced physical being where we can ascend, where we can activate more of our DNA, where we can allow more light to come in. Because we are all these beings with this duality of masculinity and femininity. We have both aspects, whether we're male or female. And we need to own both sides of it. What'll happen is if we repress one side, it may come out in a very, very harsh way on the other side, or vice versa. So as we heal these wounds that we've, accumulated over the years, where, like, I'll say for me, for instance, I learned that it wasn't okay to trust. I was in very abusive relationships when I was younger, and I learned that I couldn't trust any man, and I had to do everything on my own. And so that, it was a survival mechanism in me, and it was traumatic, and it taught me, to manipulate. It taught me to use my skills in maybe lower vibrational ways. It taught me that being female, my only worth was, what I can give to somebody else, maybe my sexuality, maybe like so many other things in that sense. And it's not. Like, every part of us is a divine gift, and we have to marry those two. Like, that's what marriage is in a sense. We got to marry within ourselves our masculine and feminine to rise up. We have to own both sides. It's great to be a type A personality and go, 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 but it's also very, very important to sit back and understand that the biggest miracles will come to us. As we open up our auric field and open up our Taurus field and open our heart and clear our system, the biggest miracles will come to us. We don't have to go running after things. The way the world is changing, we no longer should be running after things. Like, there's certain things, yes, but for the most part, we need to allow things to come to us. Forcing, and I've said this in so many videos, forcing things and chasing actually comes from a place of lack. It's almost like a place that we don't deserve it, because we feel like it's like we deserve it, but we're afraid that we don't deserve it. So we have to chase after it and grab it and hold on to it really tight. Well, what happens when you hold on to something really tight? You actually probably suffocate it. So coming from a place of abundance, like an abundant mindset where you're deserving of love, financial gain, beauty, everything, youth. If you come from that place and you just, you command that shit and you say, man, I am so worthy of this. I am divine. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am powerful. Not so much strength, but I am powerful. Power is innate energy. Strength is like the pushing. So, switch that around. If you've been a survivor your whole life, change it to I am powerful. Because if you say you're a survivor, you're just going to call more into your existence to survive from. Our brains are so powerful. But I wanted to talk about that because, I lived a very masculine life for more of my adult years because I was so deprived of my femininity when I was young. I was shamed about my body. I've had tons of trauma, but I've learned from it and I've grown from it. I've released it. And I now allow, I had to really tap into my divine feminine, my nurturing nature. From my experiences, I learned that vulnerability was scary and maybe wrong, so I had to be really tough. I'm tough, but I'm a marshmallow on the inside. Like I'm a Cancer sun and like I'm so soft, and I've realized it's okay just to own that I'm soft. I used to get called a wuss all the time or too sensitive. And you know what? My sensitivity is actually my superpower because that's my psychic nature. That's how I can tune into people. That's how I can feel when I'm working with people, is tuning into that. When you have those moments of anxiety or depression, those are your sensitivities on overload, your nervous system on overload. And those right there you have a gift when you have these things, because you're so oversensitive to everything around you. You're causing like an overload in your nervous system and your energetic system. So breathe, ground, and know you're perfect as you are. And you know what? When you own that you're perfect as you are, even if when you're thinking you're not, that is where you're going to make space to open up for more light and to open up for more experiences and more divinity to come in and more trust. It's that surrender. When I was really, really having a hard time, I would sit and I would go, man, I am fully supported right now, because I'd be worrying about the future. Oh my gosh, how am I going to pay my bills? My kids are struggling. Oh my gosh, I'm single. But you know what? I started flipping that and thinking, I have a roof over my head. All my bills are paid right now. I have food. I am safe in this moment. The next moment doesn't matter. It's when you can control and, control your mind in this moment. That's the power. When you can keep your mind from running off a year down the road, running back 10 years down the road, trying to change things, because you can't change things. The only thing you can change and work on is right now. So one thing I ask you to do today, whenever you're watching this video, it could be whenever, is if you're having those racing thoughts, try to pull them back. I'm not even going to say try. Pull them back. If you have a racing thought thinking about something that's going to be happening in a week or in an hour, pull it back and go, what matters right now? My peace. My peace matters right now. Is this going to affect the outcome? If it's affecting your peace, let the thought go. Master the emotions in the now. Master the mind in the now. Mastermind. It's all, mastermind courses. That's what they're all about. Mastery of your mind, mastery of your energy, mastery of your emotions. And it's so difficult as sensitive beings to master those emotional triggers. But those emotional triggers are cues of where you need to go inside and work. I posted something in the community. If you're watching this on YouTube, I have an awesome Facebook community. The link's below. If you're watching this in another group other than the Spiritual Divinity Circle, I have amazing community with amazing folks in it, like just super high vibe healing. If you're interested in joining, the link, if you hit my YouTube, it's in the YouTube, the link for the community, the Facebook community. But I can't remember what I was talking about. That's okay. Oh, I posted a picture about how everything around us, I'm attracting the best into everything that's meant for me right now. And I had a lady say, well, then why am I attracting these really toxic and low vibe things? And as you start to ascend and realize that those toxic circumstances, those things that might seem low vibe and horrible at the time, they are really just a gift for you to turn inward. Take them as a mirror, because everything going on around you is a reflection to something that's going on within, a battle within. And you may not think it, but 90% of our battles are subconscious, and we don't even realize they're there. These blocks are there blocking us from ascending, from moving on, from our greatness, blocking us from doing better, So get out of your own way, be vulnerable, and dig inside. And if you need some assistance, that's what I'm here for. I am an ascension guide. I'm a healer. I'm an energy healer. I work with the mind. I work with the body. I work with the soul. It is Thursday today. I run healing circles about once a month. I have a healing circle this evening over Zoom. If anybody's interested in joining in, those are $25 Canadian. The link for that is also in the YouTube. I'll post it in the group too. And yeah, they're amazing. And they're always such an amazing group of souls that join in. So everybody's welcome to join into that. I also have no fee offerings that come up, but you have to sort of watch for those. I don't really advertise those ahead of time. They come as I feel called to do an activation here or a sharing circle there. So you just have to be paying attention and on the ball with those ones and watching my website or my booking app or the group. So I'm going to pull a quick card. I love you all so very much. I'm so grateful to share this space with you this morning, and we're going to pull a card. So we're going to ask Spirit what we need for guidance today. And any day that you're watching this, if you come to this video, this card is still meant for you. Energy knows no time. Time is an illusion. So you're here for a divine purpose. We all, when we're ready to learn, we stumble upon our teachers and they just appear to us. So if this message is hitting home for you, you know what? I'm glad you found it. So we're going to find a card for us today. And it's the Listen card. And so this is about the emotional mastery and quieting the mind. When we quiet the mind, we can really tune in and listen to those intuitive pinches, to source, to God, to the whispers of our soul. So it says, I calm my mental turmoil so that I can listen to my heart. I discover the small inner voice and I let it guide me. I trust it totally, for I know that my intuition always leads me towards the place within the heavenly plan. So just trust, know, surrender. You are divinely protected and taken care of. You are amazing. You're exactly where you need to be. And you found this video today. So this in itself, that you've stumbled across it at any time, is a sign that your vibrational essence is a match to this video's vibrational essence. It's divine. It's beautiful. Give yourself a little more love today and a big hug. And go tell yourself you love yourself in the mirror. And I love you. I'll see some of you at the healing circle this evening. And like I said, if you're interested in joining that, I'll put the link below in the group, in the Spiritual Divinity Circle. If you're watching this in another group where it's been posted or on YouTube, the links are always below for offerings and for groups and for classes. And yeah, I just love you. Have a great day.